Let's get into this. Stephen A. Smith. I'm going to just say it now. I ain't even going to make y'all wait. He is a boss. Listen to this. Stephen A. Smith, obviously being asked about when Skip Bayless was released, fired, not brought back, whatever you want to term it in terms of his future at FS1. Well, Stephen A. Smith obviously is not going to pull any punches. He's going to tell you what he thinks, and he's going to tell you what he knows. That's how it seems. So in full transparency, Stephen A. Smith has went on his show and talked about Skip Bayless, their past, and their potential future. Let's listen to this.
I want to revisit my comments from Wednesday's show on Skip Bayless parting ways with FS1 and his show Undisputed. There's been a lot of speculation about a possible return to ESPN for Skip Bayless. For ESPN's part, they've stated the following in a release to Front Office Sports just a couple of days ago. Quote, "We are set with the current First Take rotation and wish Skip the best on his future endeavors." I had no idea ESPN was going to issue that statement.
Okay. Now we got another clip of Stephen A. Smith responding to the clip he put out and the statement put out by ESPN. Let's get that.
In the interest of transparency to the viewers out there, the listeners out there, my contemporaries in this business, and everybody else in between, had they asked me, I would have said the same thing that ESPN said. Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith together as partners, working across from each other on a debate show, is over. It's been over. And this is not the first time I've said it. There's no negativity or shade being thrown on Skip Bayless. I have moved on. When I arrived on First Take, it was courtesy of Skip Bayless. And for those out there who say who wants to say he saved my career, I got no problems with it. Because even though I was back by the time he asked me to come on First Take.
Woo! Stephen A. Smith, like I said, is a boss. You got to have nothing but respect for what he just did there. As tough as it may have been, or maybe it wasn't tough for him, because he just saw through it, past the nostalgia of it all, right? Like, that's my dog. Oh, man, we used to kill it. However, I don't see a future in us. You don't know how he looked at it being real, because Stephen A. Smith has also mentioned many a times that him and Skip don't really talk anymore. It's crazy in this sports media game, because you could be sitting up there on the desk, A block, B block, C block, 2 hours doing a show with somebody every single day, chopping it up. That is your dog. Then they dip set. They go somewhere else and do their thing. You do your thing. You guys are all good doing your things. Check in on each other here and there. What's up, baby? What's up, baby? Then all of a sudden you hear something. And with podcasts now, cats are going deeper in layers. They're not just talking about the top layer of a Cowboys or Lakers topic. They're going deep into how they feel about life. And then you hear, what Skip say about? He started First Take. He the one that did it. And he didn't need any help. Remember that? Remember that little issue, that little tit for tat that they had to go back and forth on and had to meet up in L.A.? Stephen A. Smith pulled up on Skip Bayless. The craziest thing is, I can go into details about that, but that's not this story. This story is about all of us. And every time we're in a power dynamic, whether it's your day-to-day employee, employer, it's always a power struggle. It's always this binary. My way, whoever got the power, or highway, the one who's seeking the power. You learn this in sports. Y'all remember when y'all first get to training camp, any sport, first day, and they're incumbents. They're starters already there, right? You could be drafted high. It didn't matter. You could be selected high. You could have been recruited high. Didn't matter. You ain't starting off, right? Top recruit coming in to our college team. Oh. Number one ESPN 100, 150. Ooh, guess what? He's third on the depth chart. We're going to just show respect on paper to the number one guy. And you sitting there that whole time learning the system and learning how to take over. And that number one guy in front of you, ooh, when you get it, you got it, and you ain't going to let it go. This is nothing new what happened with Stephen A. and Skip. Skip started it, needed somebody else to banter with, saw the bump, saw the juice, saw the electricity that came from Stephen A. Smith and said, let's go get this. And they went and got it. And then Fox said, oh, you killing it over there, Skip. You the reason, you the engine. Bring that over here. Let's go. Then he goes over there and does his thing, which leaves the opportunity wide open for Stephen A. Smith. Almost like the starter gets traded. But we've been in rotation. We've been doing this together. He gone? Oh, it's my team? This is Pippen now. Pippen actually winning the championship, not just going to the Eastern Conference Finals. And now that Stephen A. has tasted this success, basked in this success, took Scarface bubble baths in this success, and now he is not going to bet on a failing model. And I say that debate as it was in its purest form is not what even First Take does now with their carousel of characters. They don't do that purely. Undisputed did with Shannon, and now even them trying to get off of it, trying to make it more conversational. Stephen A. is not going backwards. Stephen A. said, I am not betting on a failing model and someone who recently, all due respect, has failed at it now. It ain't working. So, why is it not working? Because this generation, millennials, Gen Z, whatever you want to call these youngsters, the way that they digest information, one, they want it when they want it. COVID showed us that, and COVID allowed our user behavior to switch to that. I'm not watching at 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm watching when I want to watch, and it better be there. And matter of fact, I want it in short form clips. All that long form. Put it out there like that. Yeah, that's cool. I'll go find it. You better mark every single topic in conversation or I'm off. I'm out. I skip through what I want to see. And if not, I see the clips and that's how I get my information. Simple as that. This generation wants laughter. Yep, they want something that's funny, entertaining. They want storytelling. I can see it. And most importantly, they want authenticity. Which has led to, let's be real, it's led to snitching. It's led to a different world where people seem like they're turning on each other. Because to tell the true story, you got to make somebody look like the protagonist and somebody's going to be the antagonist. Somebody going to go out there looking good, somebody not going to look so good if you're going to tell the real. That's the tough thing, but that's what the audience wants. What are you to do? And frankly, that's the best way to do it. But we've been in such code, we've been coded for so long that we don't even know and respect fully what's real because we so used to seeing it fake. Takes. A take, it rhymes with fake because it's like, I'm thinking this, but let me sell it. Let me slant it. Let me cut off the fat. Let me just give you this part of it and let me put hot sauce on it. Dead. Stephen A. Smith understands that. His future is not in that business. So why would I jump back in that business and jump back in it with the poster man, poster child for that business? He's not doing that. So we all seen it from stretch line, from playing sports to being second team. Oh, when I'm the starter. You know how we gonna run these meetings? Oof. You know how we gonna run this thing? Every assistant coach, when this is my team. Oh, we gonna cut out all that stuff and that 9-on-7 drill. Oh, those dribble drills. Oh, those outfield drills. Every sport, everybody who's not the one is thinking that. Well, Stephen A. Smith, as he will remind you, is number one. And guess what? Whether he co-signed it or not, they knew where he was coming from. They knew what he was about. He wasn't going back to them long morning meetings with Skip, listening to everything you say and then ignoring everything because he gonna do what he want to do, which is Cowboys. He dead with that. He done with that. And I think that's a boss move. No slight at all. And I give you a personal story just to always step into it. Of my co-hosts, they go all the way back. I still talk to Max. I don't talk to Acho. I still talk to Whitlock. Michelle, still talk to her. Carissa, go back. Carrie, yes. Only Acho's the only one I don't talk to. And it's not because I don't like Acho. It's because he's young as hell. It's just like, I want to talk. He's in his 30s, man. We a whole different life. We said that on the show, so do not try to make that a beef issue. Everybody else is of my age range, of my lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? And we kick it. So I understand that. And when I had the hammer, when I left NFL Network to go to ESPN, I did not have the hammer. I was not a Hall of Fame football player. So therefore, they swung it at me. And I had to duck. And I ducked all the way to Bristol. Then when I left ESPN after being there for 11 years, I had the hammer. And I swung it at FS1. And then I had to leave FS1 because they had the hammer on me. And I had to duck. And here I am. That's how the game goes. No slight, respect to Skip, whatever he's going to do. He can put his name on a lot of things and his game into things and still succeed. We'll see what he does.